Stress isn't your enemy, it's your greatest teacher. Right now, you might feel overwhelmed, deadlines piling up, relationships draining you, the world feeling like it's constantly against you. But the truth is, it's not stress that breaks you, it's how you respond to it. The ancient Stoics lived in brutal times. They faced wars, plagues, exile, even death at the hands of emperors. Yet they stayed strong. How? Because they followed timeless practices that built resilience, discipline, and mental clarity. And today, I'm going to share 10 Stoic practices that actually work in stressful times. If you apply even a few of these, your mindset will transform. So let's dive in. Number 1, focus on what you can control and let go of what you can't control. Stress often comes from fighting battles you were never meant to win, like worrying about other people's opinions, obsessing over the past, or fearing an uncertain future. But the Stoics had a simple rule: control what's within your power and let go of everything else. Ask yourself, can you control the traffic jam? No, but you can control your patience. Can you control how someone treats you? No, but you can control how you react. Can you control every outcome? No, but you can control your effort. When you stop wasting energy on things outside your control, you free up mental space for what actually matters. The more you embrace this mindset, the more unshakable you become. Number 2, expect problems instead of dreading them. Most people go through life hoping nothing goes wrong. The Stoics did the opposite. They prepared for it. Seneca called this practice premeditatio malorum, premeditation of evils. Before your day even begins, take a moment to ask yourself, what could go wrong today? Who might test my patience? What obstacles might I face? When you anticipate difficulties, they lose their power over you. You're not caught off guard, rather you're ready. Instead of thinking, why is this happening to me? You'll say, I knew this was coming and I know how to handle it. The Stoics understood that life is unpredictable. By expecting challenges, you turn stress into strategy. Number 3, master the art of pausing before reacting. Stressful situations trigger an instinctive reactions like anger, frustration, panic. But here's the truth. You don't have to act on your first impulse. Epictetus said, if someone succeeds in provoking you, realize that your mind is complicit in the provocation. In other words, no one can make you angry, anxious, or stressed unless you allow it. Next time stress hits, don't react immediately. Pause, breathe, observe. Ask yourself, is this worth my energy? Am I reacting emotionally or rationally? What would my highest self do in this moment? A few seconds of silence can be the difference between a calm response and a regretful reaction. In stressful times, control begins the moment you learn to pause. Number 4, use the view from above to gain perspective. When stress takes over, everything feels urgent, overwhelming, and inescapable. But what if you could zoom out and see the bigger picture? The Stoics practiced a mental exercise called the view from above. Imagine rising above your current situation, seeing yourself, your city, your country, even the entire planet from a distance. Suddenly that stressful meeting, awkward conversation, or unexpected setback seems small. Marcus Aurelius often reminded himself how small a part of the boundless abyss of time is assigned to each of us. Most of what we stress about won't matter in a week, let alone a year. The next time you feel overwhelmed, take a step back. Shift your perspective and stress shrinks in comparison. Number 5, train yourself with voluntary discomfort. Most people avoid discomfort at all costs, but the Stoics sought it out. Why? Because comfort makes you weak and hardship makes you resilient. Seneca practiced voluntary hardship by sleeping on the floor and wearing simple clothes. Even though he was one of the richest men in Rome, he did this to remind himself, I can handle less. I don't need luxury to be strong. Try this. Wake up every midnight to read or pray. Skip a meal and embrace hunger. Leave your phone at home for a day, or sleep without a pillow. When you choose discomfort, you build mental toughness. So when life throws real challenges at you, you've already trained for them. Number 6, journal to declutter your mind. Stress isn't just about what happens, it's about how you process it. Your mind can feel like a messy room, filled with unorganized thoughts, worries, and emotions. The Stoics had a simple solution: write it down. Marcus Aurelius didn't write meditations for an audience. It was his personal journal, a tool to clear his mind and strengthen his philosophy. He used it to reflect on his struggles, reinforce his principles, and remind himself of what truly mattered. Try this. Write down what's stressing you. Get it out of your head and onto paper. Ask yourself, is this in my control? If not, let it go. Reflect on the day. What went well? What could I have handled better? Journaling isn't about perfect writing. It's about mental clarity. When you put your thoughts into words, you take power away from stress and gain control over your emotions. Number 7, remember you're going to die. Memento mori. That sounds dark, right? But for the Stoics, memento mori, remember you will die, wasn't about fear. It was about focus. Marcus Aurelius wrote, you could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think. Most of what stresses us out, petty arguments, social media drama, minor inconveniences, won't matter in the grand scheme of things. When you remember that time is limited, you stop wasting it on things that drain you. Ask yourself, if today were my last day, would this stress even matter? Am I living with purpose or just going through the motions? Am I spending my time on what truly matters? Memento mori isn't about dwelling on death. It's about living fully, without fear, and with complete clarity on what's important. Number 8, focus on effort, not outcomes. Most stress comes from obsessing over results, whether you'll succeed, whether people will approve, whether things will go exactly as planned. But the Stoics had a simple rule: focus only on what you can control, your effort. Epictetus put it this way: do not seek for things to happen the way you want them to. Rather, wish that what happens, happens as it should, and you will be happy. Instead of stressing over, will I get the promotion? Focus on doing your best work. Will they like me? Focus on being your authentic self. Will I succeed? Focus on taking consistent action. When you detach from outcomes and commit to the process, stress disappears. Success isn't in the result, it's in showing up and doing the work. Number 9, love your fate, even when it's harsh, amor fati. Most people resist hardship. They complain, ask, why me? And wish things were different. But the Stoics had a different mindset, amor fati, love your fate. Instead of fighting reality, they embraced it. Nietzsche later expanded on this idea, saying, my formula for greatness in a human being is amor fati, that one wants nothing to be different, not forward, not backward, not in all eternity. This means, if you fail, see it as a lesson. If you face rejection, use it as redirection. If life throws obstacles at you, treat them as stepping stones. Everything that happens, good or bad, is part of your journey. The sooner you accept it, the stronger you become. Number 10, speak less, listen more. In stressful situations, most people talk too much by arguing, engaging in petty quarrel or over-explaining. But the Stoics knew that silence is often more powerful than words. Epictetus said, we have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak. Before you respond in a stressful moment, ask yourself, do I really need to say this? Will speaking help or just add to the chaos? What can I learn by staying quiet and observing? By speaking less and listening more, you gain clarity, control, and the ability to respond wisely rather than react emotionally. In conclusion, stress is inevitable, but being overwhelmed is a choice. The Stoics didn't have easy lives. They faced war, exile, betrayal, and even death. But instead of breaking under pressure, they became unshakable. Now it's your turn. You don't need to escape stress. You need to master it. Pause before reacting. Train yourself for discomfort. Focus only on what you can control. These aren't just ideas. They're battle-tested strategies that can turn you into the kind of person who thrives under pressure. So which of these Stoic practices will you start using today? Drop a comment below. And if you found this video valuable, hit that like button, subscribe, and remember, true strength isn't about avoiding challenges. It's about facing them head on. See you in the next video.